Welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man. There is an army of dragons amassing to the north, and we are just the Dragon Slayer to go deal with that. Or at least we would be if we had more than one sip of anti-fire. If you're gonna go fight an army of dragons, probably better to have more than one. And so, we are going to make more. And for that, we need Lantodimes, and the Chaos Druids will provide. 1 in 100-ish, so not too bad. And they're not exactly strong. In the process of getting 4 Lantodimes, also got 23 Raynars, so I'm going to be keeping those. It's not like we don't have 2,000 prayer potions, so I think we'll probably be fine either way. But still. But here we have 3 full anti-fires and a sip. So that is much better for fighting an entire dragon army. And so, let's go do that. Here we go. Torfin will bring us out to the fleet. Whole giant fleet. Everyone in the world. We got paladins, we got white knights, Fremniks, Varrock guards. And we are coming in with Goshi the Deathless, Thorvald the Warrior, and the Fremnik. Dragons are flying, shooting their fireballs, as they do. And we are here on this ship where we need to make sure that we actually make it to where we're going. We got a water container, a hammer, some potions, and swamp paste. And we need to repair things as much as we can. Plug up the holes. Get the fires out. Repair the masts. Heal the warriors. We have a time limit, or time left, that we need to protect the ship for. And if the ship integrity goes to 0, we lose. So we just need to run around, repairing what we can. Try to stay in a good position so we can get to the next problem. These masts are a little bit in the way. Make it hard to see a few things. We can repair the mast here. For the most part, we should be able to make it there. Got some leaks. This warrior needs some help. We got another warrior banging on the drum to keep everybody rowing. Heal him up. Make there not be fire here anymore. That's always helpful. Where it's running around constantly. We got Pier the Seer over on that boat. Dragons are incoming. Typical. Everybody's rowing. Doing good. 2 more minutes, and we will make it to where we're going. Master's still looking good, so that's fine. He says, right before the mast gets blasted. Lots of dragons are attacking, but we'll be okay. This guy got hit by a fireball. And as we get closer to the dragons, They are increasing their attack. So we just need to go to whatever we can to try to keep the ship integrity as long as possible. Got a guy over here, not doing so hot. Leak. Another leak. Run for this fire. Luckily, this is a infinitely full water container. Very convenient. It's 30 seconds to go. Looks like we will probably make it. Even as the attacks increase in ferocity. We'll make it. 8 more seconds. Looks like an absolute yes. Had to come in here with 4 less inventory to make this work, but we made it. And so, we're almost to the island. But then, even more dragon attacks. Time to wake up. We got dragons to slay. Dragons happened. And everyone else have gone on ahead of us. Koshi's going to stay here to protect the rear. And we need to start making our way through the wreckage of the fleet. Some of the ships have sunk. The warriors back here are in no state to fight. So we get to do some agility across all sorts of broken ships. We got some dead white knights. Drop down here. Cross some debris. Fall in the water, because of course we do. Try again. Fall again. We have 84 agility. You would think that'd be fine. Jump the wreckage. We see a green dragon over there. So we're going to need to deal with that. It's firing fireballs at us. So we're going to drink an anti-fire. And then we'll be okay. We can still fall in the water though, so. Oh yeah, doing a great job. Don't mind me. Just failing constantly. Well, at least we went back to this wreckage instead of all the way back to the boat, I guess. Jump up here, climb the ladder, and we can see Brunt and the wise old man fighting a red dragon. So we will help out. We got a nice safe spot here. Red dragons are not a huge deal, really. And we have our regular old broad bolts, because that's good enough for these fights at least. We will switch to the enchanted bolts when necessary. For now, everybody has anti-dragon shields or equivalent, which is very helpful, what with all the dragons that we're fighting. And now we can go on ahead. They'll catch up. Here we get blasted by a blue dragon. But again, we have the anti-fire, so we're fine. Jump across here, climb up this ship. Got a dead paladin. Unsurprising that there's been some casualties here. What with all the ships broken in half and sinking. It is definitely a situation. But we can make it. Climb up the ladder here. And up the bowsprit. Very agile. Very cool. Falling in again. We're really not great at this, are we? That's alright. That's alright. Jump over to this one, where we get blasted by another green dragon. That's okay. Because we can not see it at all when we're standing down here. Somehow. Up another ship. Down the ladder. Jumping off here. See a bit of a Fremnik ship front right there. Just taking chip damage, basically. Slowly but surely making it. Lots of the boats are still on fire, too. So, it's a whole situation. Getting up onto... Well, once we cross this, we can get up onto the next boat, where we get to fight an Iron Dragon. Along with Jardrick and Aketes. Iron Dragon only has melee and dragonfire attacks, so we are perfectly fine. Right here. Might take a little bit. Metal dragons have a decent amount of defense. And we will get to that also coming up here. But for now, one Iron Dragon. That's doable. Not using any prayers or anything. Probably could. We could flick Eagle Eye. Maybe. Help a little bit. Currently, only slightly under a time pressure. Just because of the anti-fire timer. Overall, we're okay. We can keep going. We're going to jump onto this. With our previous agility attempts, I wouldn't have trusted that in particular. That's okay. As we continue forward, being attacked by a red dragon. Bringing the dragon's attention over to this Fremnik warrior lying right there. Up the front of the ship and jump down. Attacked by another dragon. Getting attacked by dragons. It's a bit of a theme here, you might have noticed. And we get on to another slightly on fire, but otherwise okay ship. Where we're fighting a brutal green dragon. With Certification and the Oneromancer. Brutal dragons have melee, dragonfire, and magic attacks. So if it gets on me, we need to turn on Protect from Magic. But otherwise, we'll be okay. Our anti-fire is about to expire, which is unfortunate. We'll wait until we're actually getting attacked by a dragon before we worry about that. Our allies can do a little bit of damage. Definitely not something to count on just yet. So just keep firing the crossbow. Doing just fine. Doing just fine. The Oneromancer does not have an anti-dragon shield. Maybe they have a more powerful anti-dragon magic effect of some description. Either way, we carry on. Past all sorts of sunken and on-fire ships. There's a dragon. We'll drink another dose. We still have plenty of anti-fire here to continue making our way around here. Jump across more wreckage. Just a huge amount of area here. Jump onto this ship, all the way across. All the way over the balcony. And railing there. A combination of very large and agile jumps and kind of just slipping into the water. I guess we can say it's because the boards are all slippery. That's what we'll go with. We are making our way over towards the largest boat, flagship of the fleet. Once we manage to walk across here. Oh yeah, doing a great job. And here, and climb the rope, where we see Bob and the Varric guards. We've gotten ourselves into quite the situation. You don't say. We're never even going to make it to the island now. We'll worry about that later. First, we need to take these dragons down. We've got blue dragons and green dragons. Need to cross over the debris here. And the dragons attack us. Thanks. Protect from melee and anti-fire. And we are golden against regular old red and blue dragons. The Varric soldiers are only level 26, so they're not doing so hot, you might say. But we can take down these dragons easily enough. This is not even attacking us. Well, at least until this guy dies. Yeah, there we go. Not really anywhere we can really safe spot anything here. This is okay. That is what the protect from melee is for. One of each red and blue dragon defeated. We can move on to the other two. It looks like there's holes in the floor here, but we can walk there without any problems. So that's okay. And we'll take down this blue dragon. Eventually. And then this green dragon. And here is where we will have the rest of the fights. Nice big open area with no way to continue on. Yep. That's the final arena, if I've ever seen one. And here is Galvek, level 608. Absolutely destroys the remaining Varric guards. We dodge out of the way by just standing there. We're still alive, because we're not easy to kill. We'll see about that. Galvek breathes the fire, we jump out of the way, and it kills Bob in one hit. Devastating. See how the mighty fall. You will pay for this. We'll see about that. Here's a black dragon. And now, we are going to go and resupply, restock, and get everything exactly how we want it for the next fights. The whole fleet portion is split up into sections. So by returning with Torfin, we'll get sent back to where we were. Where there is a black dragon coming. So we'll have protection and anti-fire. And also, that's another thing that's happening. Galvek is attacking us. So whenever he does a giant fireball, we need to get out of there. Because that is very, very powerful. not something we want to mess with. So we just need to basically watch Galvek. That's the important part here. We probably only need to run 3 squares, but the further we can run, the better I'll feel about it. Fires a fireball. I leave. And we keep fighting the Black Dragon. The Black Dragon can do nothing. Galvek can do everything. One Black Dragon defeated. And then in comes a Steel Dragon. If we stay out of melee distance, we don't even need the prayer anymore. So that's nice. Just be paying attention to Galvek back there. As long as our anti-fire stays on, we are perfectly safe from the Steel Dragon. So on our trip here, we've had to fight many, many dragons. And it's only going to get worse from here. Just have to pay attention to Galvek. Okay. More than halfway done with the steel. So we're perfectly fine here. Keeping our distance from the possibly one-hit fireballs. Don't need that right now. Don't need that at all. Even with all of our anti-fire protection, it's a very strong fireball from a very strong dragon. Can't be having that. Right. Max hits a 25 with these broad bolts and no prayers or anything. That is perfectly fine for dealing with a steel dragon, at least. And down the steel dragon goes, where we get a brutal red dragon. Melee, dragonfire, and magic attacks. So, protect from magic, and we're laughing. Continue to mostly be paying attention to Galvek. That is the situation that we need to worry about here. A bit less tanky than the steel dragon. So we should be laughing here. Galvek goes again. We run for our lives. And we continue fighting. It's a combination of fight and flight, I suppose, with running away from the fireballs. But it's working. It's working. Alright. Almost done with this one. This is an instance where we could have brought a range potion for all these fights. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Oh, we are standing in a spot, going to the cutscene and the attack someone down. Why can't you persist? You've already lost. Your friends have abandoned you. Don't be so sure about that. Here is a bunch of allies coming to back us up. Yay. And we are facing a mithril dragon. We need to, 1, stay away for that, and 2, get out of here. We didn't use any supplies, but the supplies we have are not the correct ones for what's coming next. So let's get what we need. The new additions for the upcoming fights: a super anti-poison and insulated boots. Well, let us get back out there. One more change to NPC to right click. That's gonna be helpful. Back to the fleet. And we get some protection prayers, because we're fighting a mithril dragon. Run away from Galvik. Everyone's here to fight. Very helpful. They just do a little damage, which is helpful. That's all we really need here. Mithril Dragon is already over half dead. It's fantastic for us. Hitting some good hits here. Getting some good hits from our allies. Dodging the fireballs. Galvik remains the biggest threat here. And now we face an adamant dragon. We want our auto retaliate off here. I'm gonna hit on the adamant dragon, run back underneath. Pretty much let the allies deal with it. Because it can do stuff like that. It can kind of get stuck once you have the melee guys in the right place. We can shoot off a few of our own attacks though too, just to be helpful. Yeah, with help from our friends. Adamant Dragon going down. Run away. Attack the dragon. Run back under. You got a hit off. That's okay. Unfortunately, the dragon is getting not attacked by Achaetes, so they're not doing full ally damage. That's okay. There's a poison attack, which we partially avoid with just having our anti-fire on. And then we finish up with a Rune Dragon. Very, very dangerous. Getting a little low on prayer here. So I'm going to turn that off for a smidge between times when we have to run away from the fireball. Ow. Relying on the allies some more. Taking plenty of damage. But But they're also doing decent damage to the dragon. These guys are weaker to magic or stab. Stuff that we're really not in a position to use too much. So getting them like this is our best shot. Even with only being out there for a few moments at a time, we're still taking plenty of damage. Almost halfway done with the Rune Dragon fight. If we can even call this a fight. It's a process. It's a system. It is our best route forwards. And our anti-fire is about to expire. Nope. Not going to risk that at all. Run. Attack the dragon. Run back under. Necessary systems. Necessary strats. Remember, the fireballs are still happening. I think the mages are really carrying us here. Especially since the dragons are weaker to magic. We're still doing some damage, though. We're the only one that's getting attacked by the dragons at all, so this is our best strategy, full stop. For whatever reason, they don't care about all the other guys here. So I will take it. All right. Almost. We had a nice hit there. And the Rune Dragon goes down. Enough of this. You've had your fun, and that fun is at an end. Now face the full might of my power. We got your back. Go show that dragon what for. Yes, come on, Dragon Slayer. Let's see what you've got. What I've got is a teleport out of here. Because this is the final fight. And we need to be prepared. Welcome back, Shazian boots. And goodbye, insulated boots. And food. And super anti-poison. And one of the anti-fires. The rest of the things I need are in the looting bag. In the wilderness. Destroy. And pick it all up. One of these days, it's going to be a disaster out here. Hopefully not today. Alright. I'll go get a new looting bag. And then Bruce restores 1 stamina. And we'll be good. Attack options. Back where they should be. Quick prayers. Set. Bolt pouch. Set. Anti-fire. Stamina. 6 super restores, 17 Cerebrews, and the spaces we can't really get rid of here. I think we're ready. Rapid, Auto Retaliate off, 90 hit points, 90 range, 85 defense, 85 magic, 70 prayer, Dragon Slayer 2. Let's go. First phase. We've got these magical fireballs, which if we stand next to them, will explode. We got prayer turned off. We got the big fireballs to worry about. Very often, apparently. We have the wrong bolts on. Let's fix that. We want the ruby bolts right now in order to do the ruby bolt spec. Yeah, don't want to step here. We would explode. And exploding is not what I want to do right now. We're kind of hoping for the ruby bolt specs, because that'll do 100 damage. And doing 100 damage would be pretty cool. Like that. Like that. Heal up while paying attention to the exploding. Don't misclick and run back into the fireball. Pro strats. Another ruby. Beautiful. Switch to protect from range. Super restore when necessary. Now he has magic attacks. Or, now he has range attacks. The wind is the range attack. It drains stats, which is not great for us. We're definitely doing more on the restore than the bruise at this point. That's okay. Turn off that for right now. So we take a little bit more damage here. Run away from the fireball. More ruby bolt procs, please. Would appreciate it. Make sure we keep the prayer up. Don't need that right now. Although really we kind of do need that right now. From all the damage that we're not taking. This is fine. Big fireball. All the wind attacks draining energy. Not convenient for us. If we want to run away from any of the fire, there's another 100. Beautiful. Right from the fireball. Ouch. Well, there's a full 3 brews to 1 restore. Very nice. Stamina's about to go down. That's okay. More ruby bolts, please. Would be nice. Then we'll go for another stamina potion here. We got him. Might as well use him. Oh, look at this. Destroy my run. Devastating. Hey, there's a ruby. And now we move on to the next phase. Where we get another beautiful ruby bolt. And the new ability, Waves. And a ruby. Let's keep running. Antifire's about to go away. Let's not have that happen. Would love to continue to have anti-fire protection during the dragon fight. Think that'd be pretty swell. Ran that way. I think he has a melee attack. Yep. Get into the right spot for this. Head through. Keep attacking. I did a 65 that time. I think we're ready for Dime Bolts. Final phase. He's got a little rock thing that he throws, which will put us in place. Which is not good. Ow. When you need to be dodging. All the big fireballs. Get the stamina going. Diamond Bolt for a nice, beautiful 28. Pretty much we just want to dodge every attack as if it's a big fireball of death. Keep the prayer on. Pro strats. Keep health up. Take a 28. Ouch. Quick prayers are very convenient for keeping the prayer going as you expect it to continue. Dodge that. Dodge that. Pretty much just dodge everything. Just keep running around. Stamina will save you. Without stamina, this can be a bit of a mess. So it's very nice that we have that. Another rock to dodge. Heal. Big fireball. Rock. 58 HP left. 40 HP left. Stamina's about to go. $19. Take some damage. Just keep running. And the Diamond Bolt finishes it. With the Jagex Dying Breath, he blasts Zorgoth, burning him to a crisp. That was for Bob. And there we did it. Good show. True warrior. The Dragonkin menace is defeated, but not without losses. Bob's grave. He did not need to be there. But here we are. You each would like to be alone right now. You're at Bob's grave. He was a hero, and he will be missed. But with that, we have finished what we started, and we can return to the Myths Guild. What was it we were trying to discover? The history of dragons? Well, I'd say we did that. About my quest. We have a hero in our midst. Not just a hero, but a legend, and at this point, a myth. We faced one of the greatest threats this world has ever seen, and come out victorious. Not without losses. We'll ensure their sacrifice is never forgotten. But that will remain in history forever. We tell him of our amazing quest. We filled the library of knowledge, and that has been more than enough to enter the Myths Guild. Quest complete. 5 quest points, access to the guild, 25,000 smithing, 18,000 mining, 15,000 agility, and 15,000 thieving XP. No levels from any of those. Unfortunate. Along the way, we also got the ability to talk to cats without the cat speak amulet, so that's nice. And now, we've got this guild. Lots of stuff we can do in here. Like speaking to Ellen over here, who can train our skills. We're gonna go with magic. 25,000 magic XP. And then more magic XP. Get some magic XP. And I want some magic XP. 100,000 additional magic XP gets us to 86. There's probably stuff at level 86 magic. Let's just quickly pop that open here. There's a lot of magic spells. 86. That is Plank Make, Smoke Barrage, and Telegroup Fishing Guild. Amazing. Also here in the Myths Guild, we have many different things we can do. Downstairs, we have a dungeon full of various dragons, including green dragons not in the wilderness. We have this fountain that can recharge Dragonstone jewelry. Some rune and adamant rocks over here. Way over in that cave, or some other cave in here, is the access to the Wrath Altar. If we wanted to do some very high level rune crafting, which we don't have. Back upstairs, we have a Pool of Dreams to refight Galvek or watch any of the cutscenes from the quest, which is cool. We got some magic trees. There's a Wrath Altar over there. Well, the ruins to get into the Wrath Altar, at least. We've got a herblore shop. Sells your regular old herblore stuff. We can also talk to Primula here, and she'll teach us a new potion recipe. Super anti-fires. Very useful. Now, whether or not we can actually make super anti-fires is another question. And also the required items for making the super anti-fires. A little bit difficult. Super anti-fire potion. 92. Yeah. We don't have that. And the crushed superior dragon bones are from post-quest Vorkath, which is actually more difficult than quest Vorkath, so dangerous. Over here we have a range right next to a bank, which would be useful if we had a bank. Although if we get any noted fish we don't want to keep for anything, we can just cook them there easily enough. And on the upper level, we have a few stores. We get the Mythical Cape, which has a very good crush bonus. We got an altar. We got some people over here that sell pieces. The right half of the Dragon Square Shield and a Dragon Metal Shard, which is used for something else. And Diana here has the dragon equipment from the Heroes Guild and from the fairy area in Xanaris that you need a diamond to get to. So, if you want to buy a dragon longsword, you can either find a diamond or complete Dragon Slayer 2. Here we have some portals to the Champions, Heroes, and Legends guilds. Very cool. And that's pretty much it for the Myths Guild here. That guy over there has all the books for their library of knowledge. Many stories from all over the game. But there's still a few more things we can unlock. Like petting this dog. There's a good doggy here. And isn't that the best reward you could possibly have? I'd say so. I'd say so. Back on Lithcrin, we can go back through the broken door here, where we can fight adamant and rune dragons. Get the dragon plate body, dragon kite shield, dragon crossbow. But what we're mainly here for is using our dig set pendant on this strange machine, unlocking the Lithcrin teleport. We can also get some other upgrades, like a Vorkath head to upgrade the accumulator. Put the Myth Guild cape on the wall in our playground house for a teleport there. And also in here is where you can make ferocious gloves. But we are nowhere near that. Our main focus is still questing. There's 2 quests left, and we have all the requirements. But I still want to make a few gear upgrades before we get into that. We are heading to Barrows. Next time. Goodbye.